And this is where I think within these two weeks, we believe that the cases, although well controlled, but it's not over yet. The war is still on. We have not won the war yet. But I think life goes on, but we have to manage our environment as well as our situation well. So this is the challenges that we have. So when we started the MCO 1 and 2, essential services continues. Now we are looking into the possibility of how we can introduce in stages in terms of other businesses, other economy. And more important that they have to comply with the guidelines and regulation from the Ministry of Health. And we have a stringent guideline to be adhered to, and we make sure that every industry they comply to us. For example, there's no public gathering. There must be a social distancing, and then make sure that in terms of when they come in, they wash their hands frequently, as well as they take caution in terms of cleanliness and sanitizing their pantry or even the common places in the factory. There are three factors we have to look into it. First is looking into the virulence of the virus, for example, the fatality rate. Second is look into the infectivity, the spread of the virus. And third is to look into the economic consequences. So now in this country as well, we also adapt these three important factors. Number one, we look into the fertility of the cases. So our fertility is reasonable. It's still at a very low as compared to other countries. Second is we look into the infectivity. So now infectivity, if you were to look into infectivity, the positive case, 5,305 cases that we have, and then you minus the recovered cases, 3,102, and minus the death, and we have a positive case of 2,115. And these 2,115, they are potential to infect another person. Those discharged already negative, they would not infect another person. But those positive cases, they could infect another person. And that's the reason why 2,115 patients, we admit them. Even though they are asymptomatic, even though they have mild symptoms, we will admit them and we observe them. Because they have a probability they can actually infect another person if they are being kept at home or out in the community. Again, the next question, whether MCO will continue or not, as I said, we based on science and facts. Today, if we can see that every day, for example, we have 2 digits until the end, or maybe 1 digit, then probably we are doing well, but we should not be complacent. We need to put precaution in place or take all the necessary precautionary measures and make sure that although we implement, life would not be the same when we complete the third MCO. That means we have to comply with certain health regulation and precautions, and so as we can actually reduce the risk of infection.